Yeah, there's a chance that we get to the end of this and I've done this all completely wrong, but I think I understand. Topic I want to get into is quarantine bucket lists. Jack, we've got a lot of time on our hands, and we're sitting around, and I've been thinking, I want to do something else than just sit around all day, play some video games, watch some YouTube videos, maybe go on a walk outside, go to sleep, repeat, lather, rinse, repeat. So I've been trying to come up with things that I'd like to do. Maybe you'd like to join me in them, or you can come up with your own things. Make a quarantine bucket list for things I can do here in the house that, I don't know, can make me feel like I've accomplished some goals.
Let's hear an example.
All right. Here's an example. So a few summers ago, I had the idea. I really wanted to learn how to do the splits. I failed miserably because I only got like 5 days into the stretching regimen. And then I just lost motivation. But I've got a lot of time on my hands now. I have not started yet, but this podcast could be the thing that keeps me accountable to learn how to do the splits. I've got plenty of time.
I will hold you accountable to do the splits.
All right.
I will not attempt it at all, but I will hold you accountable.
I'm going to come back so flexible from quarantine. People are going to be amazed. It's going to be wild. Everybody else got all stiff while in quarantine. I'm going to come back smooth like butter.
I can't say that I'll be the same. I find it really hard to work out at home, not being able to go out. I don't want to go running with my dad throughout the neighborhood. Sorry, Dad. I know you ask me every day, and the answer is still no.
Yeah, I go on walks. We've got a bench press that I use sometimes, but probably not as much as I should. That's what I need to work on, the arms probably. But yeah, it is kind of weird because it's the most time I've ever had to exercise, but also kind of the time I feel least motivated to exercise.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I feel not motivated to do a lot of stuff. That goes to my schoolwork too, which is sad, but it's just the reality. Yeah.
Yeah, my schoolwork's definitely on the decline. I'm doing okay, but definitely not as focused as I was before. I feel like homework and studying comes in 10-minute increments, and then I'm watching a YouTube video or something random, and then I get back to it. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, same for me. I always say I'll do this bit of homework, and then I'll watch an episode of a show I'm watching, and then I'll it's just so easy to just stay for maybe 3 or 4 episodes instead of the one
episode
that I was going to do.
Into 2. Yep, I've been there.
Yeah, every single day.
I'm really curious how younger kids are going to be affected, because we've at least experienced what it's like to be in a real classroom setting. You have to put your head down, just get your schoolwork done. But they're going to get kind of a late start on that whole idea of, I guess, really focusing, and they're doing all this from home. I don't know, but I guess homeschoolers turn out okay sometimes. So
sometimes, yeah, that's the caveat there.
True.
We love you, Joey. So if I had to pick something for my, I guess, quarantine bucket list, I guess I'll pick one thing that's kind of goofy and one thing that's, I guess, not as goofy, but just probably makes me look like a DB per se. So one thing that I would like to do is, in a 24-hour period, I would like to do over 1,000 push-ups.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
You can tell that I said that my hat is on backwards, and I'm not trying to be cool or a DB, but that's just one of the goals that I think would be a cool thing to accomplish, because I've never done that before. I guess another goal would be to watch all of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I haven't gotten around to like really diving in yet. I watched, I think, the first 3 episodes. I haven't caught a lot of traction on it, but I'm planning on just diving in head first. Right now I'm watching Community. Great show. Dan Harmon and the Russo brothers, the people that made Rick and Morty, the people that made Avengers Endgame, making a show together with Donald Glover. It's just great formula, great show. But yeah, I really want to dive into the Clone Wars, get into that mythos that I feel like I missed out on when I was younger.
Yeah, I haven't seen the new season. I need to watch it. I have seen the older seasons though. I don't know. At least my suggestion would be like, there are definitely YouTube videos out there and articles that say like what's necessary to watch and what isn't. Because like, there's some really good Star Wars like deep lore in there, but then there's also some stuff that's like, okay, this is made for little kids. There's definitely like a story arc with just a bunch of like R2D2s that's just like only beeps for like 4 episodes, and I could not handle that.
I think is that early on, because I feel like I might have seen that.
That might be, I don't remember, but yeah, that I remember just being a little bit unbearable.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't know that it went into that kind of realm, and I don't know if I might just watch a YouTube recap video if I'm being completely honest with you. All right, what else?
I'd say there's a. Oh, sorry.
No, I'd
say there's a good story arc. There's a good story arc about Darth Maul that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I was going to tell you, I did the calculations. If you want to do 1,000 in 24 hours, if you were going to just do a certain amount every hour, that would mean you wouldn't sleep for 24 hours though. You'd do about like 42 push-ups an hour.
That's doable. That is
doable if you don't want to sleep.
If I don't want to sleep, that's doable. Which, if I did 12 hours in a day, that'd be 84. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think so, yeah.
Did you say 42 or 44?
42.
Okay, yeah, I was right. That'd be 84. All right, Samuel, I'm curious. What else do you have on your bucket list?
All right, here's another thing. As you know, I am getting into the world of GarageBand a little bit, toying around with it on my iPhone 6, humble brag. And I've been messing around with loops. I've been messing around with the keyboards, and I've started to delve into the realm of lo-fi hip hop.
Nice.
I'm not necessarily per se like one of the people that listens to that like really popular YouTube playlist a lot, perchance, but I do appreciate the genre. And after looking at the YouTube video, I noticed you can submit songs through SoundCloud. I've since downloaded SoundCloud and realized they have a private profile, so I'm still not sure how to contact them. But my goal, my second bucket list item, is to make a lo-fi song high enough quality that, well, I guess it's supposed to be low fidelity, but high enough quality that they accept it to the Beats to Study and Relax to playlist during quarantine.
I think that's a good goal. Thank you, I
appreciate that.
I'd say my only...
and you're welcome to join me.
Yeah, I mean, I dabble a little bit. Maybe you can make a new intro for our podcast.
Yeah.
You can get a collab. Maybe we can switch it up a little bit. Get some new beats in there, so it's not just some J-Stim originals. I'd say my last bucket list item would be to get someone on the podcast to interview that has over 100 Instagram followers. 100.
We'll have to find someone. 100. I'm trying to think of people we know. I'm pretty sure we know plenty of people.
You got to start the bar low.
Do you have over 100?
I have over 1,000.
That's true, yeah. You have over 1,000? Oh, okay.
You got to start the bar low.
We'll interview you later on. Yeah, we got to start lower. Yeah, that sounds like a good goal. I don't have an Instagram. I probably wouldn't even have 100 followers if I did have one, though.
Don't sell yourself short. I think you'd have over 100 for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's kind of you to say. But yeah, that sounds like a good bucket list, quarantine bucket list goal.
All right. Next time, we will be looking at the Mount Rushmore of pet peeves, so stick around.